Hello, students. I want to walk through this assessment with you. You are going to complete this assessment by yourself, or you can work with others, communicating through Google Meets or Hangouts. I will create a Zoom session, but the purpose of that will be so you guys can talk to each other. So we have an practice assessment today. This is going to be actually the more difficult version of the assessment, so that after you practice this, I'll give you the easier version of the assessment. See how smart I am? That way you can be successful. So let's read the directions. The directions state, this is a reading test. Follow the directions for each part of the test and choose the best answer to each question. So I'm actually going to start off by highlighting the boxes or the words that are best going to give me instructions. And I'm going to do that by creating a box and then editing the box so that it's see-through. So I'm going to go ahead and select fill color, and I'm going to click on transparent. And the directions it's asking me to do is follow the directions. That's pretty easy. And choosing the best answer. So this is a simple multiple choice test is what I'm reading here. I'm not going to have any writing. So the first practice question asks, what does the word incomplete mean? Incomplete. Does it mean A, finished quickly, B, one who finishes, C, not finished, D, unable to finish? So I need to use my word knowledge here. I know that in means not. I might make a note of that. So I'm going to actually open a text box and write a note to explain my thinking. N equals not. The prefix N equals not. And then complete. What does complete mean? So I'm going to use my background knowledge. Complete means finished. So I need to find the answer that it means not finished. And I can see the answer right there. So I'm going to select my pen option. I'll choose a color, maybe red. Oh no, that's the highlight color. So instead I'm going to select my line, and maybe I'll choose a scribble. That looks good. And I chose red for highlight. No, I want it to be blue. And I'm going to select B, one who finishes. Then I'm going to, so that's your vocabulary question for practice. Here's the practice for a reading question. It says practice question B. Directions, read the paragraph, then answer the question. The question has two parts. So I'll just use my scribble function again. I need to read the paragraph. And then I need to answer the question. And I'm going to underline that the question has two parts, so that I know I need to answer two parts. The Glen Canyon Dam. In the 1930s, the United States government developed a dam project in Arizona as part of the Colorado River Storage Project. This dam is named for the Glen Canyon Gorges. The Glen Canyon Dam was built to help with the energy needs of millions of people. One of the main purposes of the dam was to provide a water storage system for the area. Many see the dam as a success, but some critics say its construction caused too much damage to the area's landscape. Part A. Based on information in the paragraph, what is one factor that led to the construction of the Glen Canyon Dam? Is it A, people needed a way to keep water available for future use? B, there was a water shortage caused by a long drought? C, people wanted to find a way to transport water to different areas? Or D, there was dangerous flooding in the area? So I need to find a factor, which we reviewed yesterday, that factors are going to be reasons why things happen. So, what was the reason that they constructed the Glen Canyon Dam? So, I'm going back into the paragraph, and it says in the 1930s, it developed the dam project as part of the Colorado River Storage Project. That's a main topic sentence. It doesn't give me the answer. Let's go to the next sentence. This dam is named for Glen Canyon Gorges. That's an interesting fact about the Glen Canyon Dam, but it doesn't tell me the reason why they created it. The Glen Canyon Dam was built to help with the energy needs of millions of people. I like that sentence. The Glen Canyon Dam was built to help with the energy needs of millions of people. I like that because it tells me a reason why they were building the dam. Let's see if that's in the answers. People needed a way to keep water available. That's not related to energy. There was a water shortage caused by a long drought. We're studying drought, so I might want to answer B, but it doesn't mention drought here. People wanted to find a way to transport waters to different areas. I don't see that there. There was dangerous flooding in the area. I don't see that in that sentence either. That tells me I need to go to the next sentence. One of the main purposes of the dam was to provide a water storage system for the area. That's a second factor. So if I take my scribbles here, I see that this is actually giving me two factors. Factor one was to help with the energy needs of people. And factor two is to provide a water storage system. Let's see if that second factor is in the answer. People need a way to keep water available for future use. That sounds good. Let's see if there's any other water answers. There was a water shortage caused by a long drought. This answer has water in the answer, but I don't see anything about drought anywhere in the paragraph. People wanted to find a way to transport water to different areas. Again, I see water here, but I don't see anything about transport. D. There was a dangerous flooding in the area. Flooding's related to water, maybe that's the answer. But I don't see anything indicating in this paragraph that we need flooding. Therefore, the answer is A. People needed a way to keep water available for future use. This is in keeping with one of the main purposes was to provide a water storage system for the area. Water storage is related to keeping water because storage means to keep. So I'm going to select A. Let's go over question B. Which sentence from the passage best supports the answer to part A? A. This dam is named for Glen Canyon Gorges. Does that support A? Being named for something, storing water. Not exactly. Let's go to B. The Glen Canyon Dam was built to help with the energy needs of millions of people. That's not the sentence we selected for A. C. One of the main purposes of the dam was to provide a water storage system for the area. That was what we selected. However, let's look at D and see maybe if that's a better answer, because sometimes they trick you. Many see the dam as a success, but some critics say its construction caused too much damage to the area's landscape. Well, that's a totally different idea. So the answer is C, because that is the sentence that I looked at to find the answer A. This has to do with water storage, and A refers to keeping water, which is having to do with water storage. So please go through and practice your exit ticket today. You will be answering an exit ticket where you're going to describe what was most difficult about today's quiz and what was easiest about today's quiz. It will ask you which questions were easier to complete. It will ask you what was most difficult in taking the test. And then it will ask you your usual questions. What did you work on in software? And what further questions do you have? So please go ahead and answer your exit ticket. In addition to these, you are not being graded. This is just a practice. If you have any questions, check in on Zoom. Thank you.